Hi, this is Usman. Welcome to Usman Physics. In this video, we are going to learn how to solve rising balloon model problems, which are useful for APRJC, Polytechnic, and various competitive examinations. Now, this is the balloon, and when the balloon rises up with some initial velocity, and when the stone is dropped from the balloon, carefully observe the path of the stone when it is dropped. And for this situation, what are the different types of questions could be asked? What is the time taken by the stone to reach the ground? Or what is the final velocity of the stone when it reaches the ground? Or what is the velocity of the balloon when the stone was dropped? Or what is the initial velocity of the stone when it was dropped? So these are the different types of questions regarding this situation. Now you can see what happens when a stone is dropped from the rising balloon, and the black arrow mark indicates the point from where the stone is dropped from the balloon when the balloon at this point. So when the balloon is at this point, it is at certain height from the ground level, and both the stone and balloon, they moves in upward direction. Stone reaches its maximum height. Again from there, the stone falls freely towards the ground. It is similar to the stone projected upwards from the top of a tower, and you can see from the top of a tower when the stone is projected and what is the path taken by the stone. It is similar to the stone projected from the rising balloon. In order to solve these type of problems, one should know sign convention rule for the body projected from the top of a tower. Let us suppose this is the tower, and this line is the reference line, and the physical quantities which are measured above to this reference line, they are taken as positive, and the physical quantities which are measured below to this reference line, they are taken as negative. For example, when the stone is projected from the top of a tower, first the stone moves in upward direction. So initial velocity u will be in upward direction, so u is taken as positive. So u will become plus u meters per second. Now displacement or height is measured in downward direction, so it is taken as negative. So displacement s or h will become minus h or minus s meters. Now acceleration due to gravity acts in downward direction, so g is taken as negative. G will become minus g meters per second square. Now time taken by the stone to reach the ground is always taken as positive because time cannot be negative. Let us try to solve few model problems. A ball is dropped from a balloon going up at a velocity of 5 meters per second. If the balloon was at a height of 60 meters at the time of dropping the ball, how long will the ball take to reach the ground? Take g is equal to 10 meters per second square. As we know, ball has same velocity as that of balloon. So initial velocity of the ball is taken as 5 meters per second. Why it is taken as positive? Because as per the sign convention rule, the quantities which are measured in upward direction, they are taken as positive. Now height of the ball s is equal to minus h, that is equal to minus 60 meters. As per the sign convention rule, height is measured below the reference line, that's why it is taken as negative. So minus h is equal to minus 60 meters. Now a is equal to minus g, that is equal to minus 10 meters per second square. As we know, acceleration due to gravity acts downward direction, that's why it is taken as minus 10 meters per second square. Now let the time taken by the ball to reach the ground be t seconds. By using the formula s is equal to ut plus half at square, we can solve this problem. Now substitute the above values in the formula. We get minus 60 is equal to 5 into t plus half into minus 10 into t square. That is equal to minus 60 is equal to 5t minus 5t square. 5t square minus 5t minus 60 is equal to 0. If you simplify this, you will get t square minus t minus 12 is equal to 0. Now we need to factorize this equation in order to get the value of t. T into t plus 3 minus 4 into t plus 3 is equal to 0. T plus 3 into t minus 4 is equal to 0. We get t is equal to 4 or t is equal to minus 3. As time cannot be negative, so time taken by the ball to reach the ground t is equal to 4 seconds. In this way, we can solve this problem. A stone is dropped from a rising balloon at a height of 300 meters above the ground and it reaches the ground in 10 seconds. What is the velocity of the balloon when the stone was dropped? See, when the stone and balloon are at a height of 300 meters from the ground, stone is dropped from the balloon. So during this, what happens? The stone also moves along with the balloon in upward direction and eventually it falls down. So by this we can say stone has same velocity as that of balloon when it is dropped. So if we could able to find the velocity of the stone, then that will be equal to the velocity of the balloon. So let us see what is given. S is equal to h, that is equal to minus 300 meters. Because of sign convention, it is measured in downward direction, so height is taken as negative. Acceleration due to gravity, g is equal to minus 9.8 meters per second square, because it is also measured in downward direction, and t is 10 seconds. T cannot be negative, and we have to find velocity of the stone, which is u. So if we substitute the above values in the formula, S is equal to ut plus half at square, and this becomes h is equal to ut plus half gt square. Now if we substitute the values, we get minus 300 is equal to u into 10 plus half into minus 9.8 into 10 square. This becomes minus 300 is equal to 10u minus 490, which becomes 10u is equal to 490 minus 300. Further simplified, 10u is equal to 190. Finally, we get u is equal to 19 meters per second. This is velocity of the stone, 19 meters per second. And we came to know that velocity of the stone is equal to velocity of the balloon. So finally, velocity of the balloon is 19 meters per second. A balloon is ascending at the rate of 14 meters per second at a height of 98 meters above the ground when a packet is dropped from the balloon. After how much time and with what velocity does the packet reach the ground? So in this problem, we need to find the time taken by the packet to reach the ground and also the final velocity of the packet. See, when the packet is dropped from the balloon, it is at a height of 98 meters from the ground, and we know that the velocity of the balloon is 14 meters per second. So initial velocity of the packet will be 14 meters per second. S is equal to minus h, that is equal to minus 98 meters. A is equal to minus g, that is equal to minus 9.8 meters per second square. Let the time taken by the packet to reach the ground be t seconds. Now by using the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square, first we will find out the time taken by the packet to reach the ground. If we substitute the above values, we get minus 98 is equal to 14 into t plus half into minus 9.8 t square. minus 98 is equal to 14t minus 4.9 t square. 4.9 t square minus 14t minus 98 is equal to 0. On further simplification, we get 0.7 t square minus 2t minus 14 is equal to 0. Finally, we get 7 t square minus 20t minus 140 is equal to 0. In order to find the value of t, we should factorize this equation. So, by using the formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, we can factorize the above equation. So if we factorize, we will get t is as 6.12 seconds. Now we have to find the velocity of the packet when it reaches the ground. By using the formula v is equal to u plus at, we can find the final velocity of the packet. Initial velocity u is equal to 14 meters per second. A is equal to minus g, that is equal to minus 9.8 meters per second square, and time we have calculated as 6.12 seconds. So if we substitute these values in the formula, we get v is equal to 14 plus minus 9.8 into 6.12. V is equal to 14 plus of minus 59.976. So finally we get V is equal to minus 45.976, which is equal to 45.98 meters per second. See here, we got minus because it will be in downward direction. That's why the quantities which are measured in downward direction, they are considered as negative. So finally, final velocity of the packet is 45.98 meters per second when it reaches the ground. And this is how we have factorized the equation 7t square minus 20t minus 140 is equal to 0. As this is some lengthy method to factorize, just you can have one glance how we have calculated and how we have found the value of t as 6.12 seconds. Here are few practice problems. A spacecraft is moving vertically upwards. An object is dropped from it at an instant where its velocity is 4.9 meters per second. If the object reaches the Earth after 2 seconds, then what is the final velocity of the object? And the second problem is a balloon is moving upwards with a speed of 5 meters per second. When it is at a height of 98 meters, a packet is dropped from it. What is the velocity of the packet when it strikes the ground? Now practice these two problems and try to solve. Here are the answers for these problems. So I hope all you have understood these model problems. Thank you for watching this video.